I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this beautiful braided wig right here. So with that said, let's go straight into the video. Okay, so the hair, I'm using 2 packs of braiding hair, color 1 and color 350. And today I'm also using a lace closure for the wig. And I think this is a 6x6 lace closure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up and then put it in the description box down below. So I just went ahead and sewed down the lace closure onto the wig cap, and now I'm going ahead to cut out the black cap under the lace closure. So for the next step right here, to make sure I have a straight line for the box braid on the back, I'm using a concealer to make a line from the one ear to the other side, just making a line all the way across. So this will give me an idea of where to stop the box braid, and also give you a straight line for your cornrows. So next I went ahead and cut the expression braiding hair into 3. So I cut the black one into 3 and also the colored one, the color 350, into 3. So as always, I'm going ahead to pull on the end of the hair to give me extra length. All right, so I've already did most of the box braids. This is how they're looking. So I have a separate video showing you guys how to achieve the ombre tip and how to extend the length of your braids. So the link is in the description box down below, so be sure to click that if you want to see how I extended the length and how I got the beautiful ombre tip on the end of the braids. So how to add the hair, how to get the smooth transition from the dark hair color to the light hair color. So I have a separate video showing you guys that. Okay, so moving on to the box braid right here. To achieve that, I'm going ahead to pass the crochet hook through the wig cap. So next I'm going to go ahead and hook the hair. Just give me a second. Okay, hook the hair and pass one end of the hair through the cap, just like that. You don't have to tie a knot because you're going to be braiding hair, so you just pull one end of the hair through and just make sure to adjust the length. Actually, it doesn't have to be even, so don't even worry about that. So next, you want to go ahead and take your hair and begin braiding, like begin doing your box braid. So yeah, that's it.
And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when.
All right, as always, whenever you're doing a box braid, you want to make sure that the next braid on top falls in between the space on the bottom. And also, when doing a wig, when making a box braid on a wig, you want to make sure to give it a lot of space. So as you can see in this video, you can see I gave it a lot of space and making sure I place the next braid in between the space on the bottom. So this helps to give you more of a fuller looking wig without having to use too much hair, and this also helps to ensure that the wig is lightweight. So this braid is, even though it's super long, but it's also lightweight because of the amount of hair I use for each braid, and also how I space out the braid on the wig. So that helps everything to join together, give you the lightweight. And
We're staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, moving on to the feeding braid. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieved the feeding braids to extend it all the way to the black cap and having a nice and beautiful braids. So I'm going to show you, I'm also going to be using I'm also going to be using the crochet method. So I'm going to show you in the next clip on how I achieved that. Okay, so for the black cap, to extend the braids to the black cap, you want to take your crochet hook. This time I'm using a small crochet hook because of the size of hair I'm working with, and I'm just using a small crochet hook. So I started by making a section for the braid, and then to extend it down, I'm taking the hair and then crocheting it down on a straight line, just on the direction where I want the braid to go. Okay, so after doing that, I'm going ahead to comb it to make sure it's tangle free. As always, you don't want to be braiding your hair and you got stuck, we don't want that. Okay, moving on to the feeding cornrows. As always, you want to start with a little, sorry, with either with your hair or the hair on the lace closure, as always. So I'm going ahead to make sure I have firm grip and braid a little bit before adding the braiding hair extension. Okay, so once you braid a little bit and you make sure that you have firm grips, you want to go ahead and take the hair you're going to be adding, just place it down like that. So we want to push half of the hair towards the front, so you work with the one on the bottom first. So just doing the same thing, go ahead and braid it. Okay, just like that. So next you want to take the other piece and add it back to the hair and continue braiding. Whenever you're doing a feeding braids, you always want to start with a little piece of hair and then increase the amount you add to braid as you braid along.
I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. And my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I stopped adding hair to the braid after I braid down to where the lace closure end, and because I've already crocheted the hair, so there won't be any need for me to add more hair back. So you want to maintain the size of braids you are working with. So braid all the way down to, if you're doing the same thing, braid all the way to where the lace closure end and stop adding hair at that point. Okay, moving on to the front, which is the middle section. I've already did two mini braids, like two short mini braids. Okay, this I'm going to be adding it to the braid I'm about to do right now. So as always, making sure I have a neat and straight line to work with, and also doing the same thing. Also doing the same thing, I'm starting with the lace closure hair before going ahead to add in the braiding hair extension. Okay, so right now I'm going ahead to grab the hair and I'm adding it to it. As always, you want to start with a little piece of hair and then increase the amount of hair you add to it as you braid along. Okay, so right now I'm going ahead to attach, yeah, to attach one of those mini braids. Just grab it and add it to the braid I'm working with. And yeah, just did that and braid all the way down to where the lace closure end, which is not wait. I braid all the way to the last to the session, to the end of the session. Let's. Oh my God, what am I saying? Okay, I'm going ahead to do the second braid. Going to be doing a crossover braid. So right here, I'm going in with the edge control, and I'm just using that to tame the hair because you know it's just all over the place. So I just apply the edge control on the hair on the section I'm working with, and also on the other section just to help to get it out of the way while I work with this very one. So I didn't show how I extended the length of the braid or how I did the ombre braid because this video was getting so long, so I had to cut it like into two parts. So the first one was me showing you guys how I extended the length of the braid and also how to get the smooth transition of the ombre braids. So the link is in the description box down below, so be sure to check it out. Okay, one thing I didn't add in this video, if you depends on how you want your braid to look, you can braid it all the way down and then twist the end to give you that thin finish at the end, or you can just braid halfway and cut the tips. It depends on you and how you want your braids, okay? All right, so right now I'm working on the last braid and I'm using the colored hair for this part. Also doing the same thing, starting with a little piece of hair and then increase the amount I add to it as I braid along. Okay, so once you're done doing your braid, the next step is to trim the end or trim the flyaways, and next you want to go ahead and dip it into hot water to seal it in place. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you always want to seal the end because sometimes the twist will unravel if you don't seal it. So by dipping it into hot water, help to seal it down to make sure it doesn't unravel, okay?
I have fallen further than I had before. But now I'm crawling And I don't have the strength to get up off that floor. I'm giving into it, I'm living in it, embracing all the pain. Can't run from it,